From time to time, Edith would speak on behalf of the people. Each time she spoke, slapped with a charge, spoke again, another charge, and Edith died with a lot of charges hanging on her.
What's up? My name is Ken Dumbo, the MC with the sauce. Don't forget to subscribe to J. Cool.
First of all, to see you. Your Excellency, the President of the Republic of Zambia, Cabinet Ministers here present, I also recognize the presence of opposition political party leaders on my left, and they're here in full force, for which we are grateful. Members of Parliament, present and past. Of course, we recognize the presence of the bereaved family. And may I simply say, all fellow mourners. Today, the 11th day of April, in the year of our Lord 2025, marks the end of the life journey of our beloved President, Edith Nawakwi, an accomplished politician, a politician par excellence, a farmer, a businesswoman, and above all, a relative and friend to many. This day shall leave an indelible mark in the lives of many that encountered her during her lifetime and worked with her in various areas of human endeavor. We as a party, the Forum for Democracy and Development, FDD, have lost a leader in whom the party was well pleased. It will remain so even in death, because she led the party to greater heights, notwithstanding the fact that we didn't win the presidential election in which she contested. But at least she gave those that took part in the elections a good run for their money. In her was the true definition of service over self. She dedicated 8 years of her life as a civil servant in the Department of Energy. She left an indelible mark there. An additional 35 years contributing as a Member of Parliament, as a minister, and as an opposition political leader. In our party, the FDD, she rose from National Secretary through to the presidency in 2005. Her educational success and qualifications, as well as her entrepreneurial skills, did not cause her to abandon the call to serve the Zambian people. She opted to being with the children, the youths, the women in remote parts of this great country, eating with them, praying with them, playing with them, and above all, preaching a message of hope that Zambia shall one day be great. Of course, it's great, but the greatness does not end today. It shall continue. We shall not forget how she gave to the party at the expense of her personal needs, or because she put service before self. It is for this reason that our party, the FDD, has a motto. When you shout out FDD, we say Zambia first. And this is very important, because for those colleagues who serve in government, we're reminding them that as they save us, they must take Zambia first as they do whatever they do for our country. Nation first, self second. It is very important because if we do not embrace that culture of making Zambia first, we'll lose it all along the way. Hence, you get contributions from the opposition reminding us that if we did this in this way, it may be better for us all. That criticism is made in good faith. In good faith. And where we lack it in Zambia is that whatever criticism that emanates from the opposition is regarded as cheap talk, as politicking. I think we must recognize as the country, which is what my president stood for, that as opposition we must be a responsible opposition. An opposition that must not shy away from helping our brothers in government where it became necessary. That, yes, you are doing very well, but you could do better if you looked at this and that. So my appeal, which was what my president stood for, is that let's learn to listen to each other. You lose nothing in giving a hearing to a colleague. After all, we are all politicians. There is no school where you learn how to look after people, maybe medical school. But the message I have for our government is that please let's learn to accommodate each other. Zambia is for us all. The church must be listened to as and when they make their contributions, because they do so for the love of the nation, for the love of our nation, for the love of our president and his cabinet. And my appeal, and a passionate appeal, let's learn to listen to each other. Let's learn to have what we call constructive engagement. We do not engage each other. Sure, it is the Zambia we want. A Zambia where we learn of each other through the papers, when it is possible for us to organize a meeting, a round-table meeting, where we can exchange these views as political leaders. This is the appeal which my president left with me. And I take it seriously, and we as the FDD, we will follow her legacy. We are prepared, on behalf of my colleagues on the left here, to engage constructively with our brothers and sisters who are in government. After all, we are one. And I'm using this opportunity because it is a rare occasion for me. I speak less, I listen more, and I look beyond what others see. There are a lot of things which we as a nation can help our government to realign. But our appeal is open a window of opportunity where we can engage, constructive engagement. This engagement in papers always distorts messages. I've said much, and I think even my president is hearing me. That was off the speech, because speeches are written for us. But I beg to continue so that I end quickly. The FDD, as well as many Zambians, will fondly remember Edith Nawakwi as a person who spoke for the silent majority, for the downtrodden, the voiceless. And this is what brought her misunderstandings, especially with our friends who are in government. Not necessarily this government, because Edith started politics a long time ago. And I'll give one example. When we decided to form the FDD, it was because we were dissatisfied with the desire by President Chiluba to go for a third term of office, which was contrary to the Constitution. That brought her a problem, because when we held our first rally in Kawe, she spoke a lot at that rally, especially on the issue of corruption. That earned her a lot of harassment, to an extent that she had to flee into the bush. Of course, is it the Zambia force or service? It's difficult to know the difference these days. But they followed her to the bush and set that bush where she was hiding alight. We communicated, advised her to change her dressing, let her dress like an old lady with a doek and specs that was fit for an old person. We communicated and managed to retrieve her somewhere between Kawe and Lusaka, but before that, police station and Zambia National Service. I was driving the vehicle myself, so I'm speaking from experience because I was involved. There were roadblocks which were set by the service, or is it the force? But we managed to pass through. What I vividly remember was when we passed through Prospect Station, police station. Doors, they ordered the doors of the car to be open, and little did she know that the old woman in the back seat of my car was my party president. They looked around using a torch before giving us a right of way. That was Edith. And why we had to go to those lengths is because by then Nambozi was very young. We felt obliged to ensure that we deliver this mother who had a baby to our house, and we succeeded. But we didn't stop there, Your Excellency. On Monday, we reported ourselves at Force Headquarters, Service Headquarters, I beg your pardon. And our friends at the headquarters were surprised. Is this Edith? Yes, I said, this is Edith. At that time, she was National Secretary of the FDD. We have reported ourselves, you were looking for us, and you even mounted roadblocks. Did they say anything? Not much. All they said is, no, we'll come back to you. And they haven't come back to us on that matter, even up to this day. So, when you are an advocate, advocating issues on behalf of others, it is you who bears the brunt at the end of the day. And Edith did that. This did not end with this incident only. From time to time, Edith would speak on behalf of the people. Each time she spoke, slapped with a charge, spoke again, another charge, and Edith died with a lot of charges hanging on her. I am speaking because I was the lawyer representing her. Edith did not die a happy person. Even when she was admitted at UTH, police officers came to my office. We want proof that she's at the hospital. And I took her to the hospital, UTH, showed them the bed. And I said, if you're Thomas Didimas, touch her. This is Edith Nawakwi. Isn't she in hospital? I think we can do better as a nation. This is a Christian nation. Where is love there? I am now about to wind. When her health failed her, our credible hospital, the Cancer Diseases Hospital, which is manned by very efficient Zambians, Mr. President, issued a comprehensive medical report outlining her status of health. Copy given to our courts. An agent of the government prosecuting says there is no proof that she's sick. Maybe she's feigning her illness. I am applying that we go to her house to go and prove. And I responded as a lawyer that, are you Thomas Didymus? I am mentioning this because this country needs healing, Mr. President. And we are looking to you to help us heal this nation. I am making a very passionate appeal. Mr. President, I'm doing this from the bottom of my heart and for love of this country. We can do better for each other. Coming to the party, she was the pillar of strength in our party, and she propelled the party to great heights, to an extent that we have structures throughout the country. Another contribution, she enjoyed bringing political parties together so that together we can provide proper checks and balances to our government. Unfortunately, and that's what I'm bemoaning, we cannot be providing checks and balances through the papers, through the newspapers, through press briefings all the time. Let's learn to engage each other. And the message for the future, which is my president's message, is let's engage our government. If it means talking in Bemba, I'll talk to my Honorable Minister of Sports in Bemba. He knows my Bemba is very good. So, we are brothers and sisters on a common journey. Let's move forward together. And finally, my president told me to make one final appeal, that as Zambians, let's love one another. Why should we be fighting each time there are elections? Why? Is it necessary? I think, my leader, Your Excellency, we are appealing to you to help us by engaging us as opposition so that we can discuss issues of common interest. This country must move ahead as one country. Elections come and go. Zambia will always be there. Your Excellency, with these few words, Your Excellency, we would like to thank you for finding time to be with us here, even for honoring your colleague, President Nawakwi. We are grateful. We are also grateful for the assistance which was rendered through the Ministry of Health, although it came towards the end of her life. But that was assistance for which we are grateful. Thank you, Mr. President.
Thank you so much.
Thanks for tuning in to JQ News. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for the latest updates on tech, politics, and everything in between. Until next time, stay cool.